Hi everyone, you're watching the video for Pat's Beat the Pro round for the 2025 Joe Abate Foundation charity tournament. And this is where people can pay $5 as part of the tournament to see if they can beat my score. I'm teeing off on hole one here at Hidden Valley where the tournament's being held. It's really a downhill putt and hard to hit front door, so you're trying to get that bounce off the back. But as you can see, kind of went over the cup, which you don't want to do. You kind of want to go more towards the right hand side to have it come back. Now on hole two, I just pushed this putt. It breaks a little bit, and I should have been aiming for probably the right edge of the cup, but I just pushed it way to the left when I lined up. Luckily, this putt's not too bad, and so I stayed on par through two holes. This is another one where I didn't quite get the breakdown. This one breaks right to left, so you're going to try to aim outside that right-hand side of the cup, but it's all about speed. I played it much too fast and didn't give it a chance to go into the cup. Now, I've got a little bit of tester here. It's not normally a place I play hole three from, but, I took my time, lined it up, and as you'll see, dropped it in. So stayed on par. Now, hole four, they have redone, and so this was really maybe the third time I had played this hole after they had redone a double-decker pipe hole. I liked the bounce that I got, but I really just didn't put enough pace on it. So now I was in a really tricky position. It's hard to tell here, but it still slopes kind of right to left to the cup. And I haven't had anything mapped out here. So I'm really just trying to play it by ear and didn't quite get what I needed. It started to break, but hung outside the cup. So now I'm one over going into the fifth hole. You can get an ace on this hole. It's downhill. You really are trying to put this ball between a couple of the rivets there. As you can see, I thought I might have had that right double rebound. But hey, it's a pretty easy two putt from there. But I'm still trailing at one over par. All right, hole six, very short, little bit of reverse volcano cup hole here. And I really wanted it to go. Didn't go front door, but luckily I kept it on the right side of the cup so it would come back in, and I made up that lost stroke. Hole seven, it's a little bit hard to see on the video, but you kind of go up right there and, blew it by the edge of the cup. Now, these putts from the back are not the easiest ones, but I was lucky in that I didn't put it all the way back by the bricks because that would have been a much tougher shot. Still rolling on par. Hole eight, another one in the video, it's hard to tell, but there's kind of a mound in the middle. And usually it breaks a little bit more right to left to the cup, and I must have just played it a little too fast here to get that break. Luckily, I wasn't on the rough, and I had a pretty simple putt for two. The longest hole on the course is in the back here on hole nine. It looks relatively straight, but it does kind of move back and forth, and it plays a lot faster than you think. So you really don't want to overhit it and play it way back in this kind of sand trap carpet. I did exactly what I wanted to, pretty much kept it on line, left it a little short, and it's another tap in too. Hole 10, this one moves right to left. You want to keep it up by those first set of logs sticking up, and as you can see, it cuts, and just not enough oomph. Had the right line, really thought I was going to get an ace there to try to drop, but hey, still rolling at par. Hole 11, this is the one I'm going to play my first putt on for the tournament as well, and there's a reason why. I really like it. The ball moves around a lot, but with enough pace, you can go through those breaks. Another downhill off the back putt. Not a lot of control here. You're really just tapping it and hoping to hit the right brick. I was way too far off to the right. I need to be a little bit closer to center. But again, stayed off the sand trap and had a pretty decent putt for two here. Hole 13 is probably the most difficult hole on the course. It breaks left to right as it goes up the hill. I like to play it off of the bricks, but unfortunately, as you'll see here, I kind of skimmed it instead of getting it more towards that large rock. Usually, if you get a better kick, it will cut around the rock, and there is an opportunity for an ace here or a much closer two. But hey, again, stayed out of the trap. I stayed out of the rough, and despite being a long putt, just took my time, lined it up, and sank it to stay on pace. Hole 14, can't really see it too much in this video, but it's the Shamrock hole. This is another one that's deceptive. It looks like it should be straight, but it does move a little bit right to left. And I just got a little too close to those right-hand posts sticking out where it kicked it much more to the left than I wanted it to. But again, not a hard putt. Hole 15, this was my first putt shot from 2024, so I was pretty good with exactly how it played. It's relatively straight, and it's all about, again, keeping your pace, and drained it to the bottom of the cup. Feeling good right now, 2 under, and I've only got 3 holes left. The arrow hole, I tried to get a little bit too cute here. I know that it breaks a little bit right to left, but I pushed it too far, clipped the bricks, and then I didn't even hit it hard enough. This was one of the longest putts I've probably ever had on this hole for a 2. Usually I'm kind of back by those wooden sections of the back end of the arrow there for a tap in. But luckily for me, it's a pretty straight putt, and I just put it into the cup. Hole 17, that little bit that the ball goes up right there is a lot steeper than it looks when you're standing there. So you've got to put some pace on it. As you can see, I left it short, but it's a lot better than kicking it hard and again ending up in those sand traps. And now I'm going to finish up on hole 18. It's another one up the hill. There's a little bit of backstop, but if you get the right position, missing it go up the hill, it might swing back for the ace. But this time, I didn't quite have enough, as you can see, and it just stayed right outside the cup. But hey, overall, I'm pretty happy with the 2 under. And now you'll just have to check our socials to see if that score holds. Thanks for watching.